I got a brilliant question again about saving voices to your Go Keys 5. How do you save voices to this keyboard so you can access them rapidly? Let's take, for example, we turn our keyboard on, we came across a sound we like, and we wanted to save it. All you need to do is hold down any of these category buttons, piano all the way down to other. You can hold down any of these to save that favorite under that category. So if I wanted to save this violin under strings, all I need to do is hold down strings for about 3 seconds. Boom, saved right there. So even if I'm on a different voice, if I want to go back to strings, boom, at my favorite. Same for anything else. Let's look for another voice that tickles my fancy here. Harpsichord, elegant harpsichord, right? So if I wanted to save that, I could choose any category. I'm going to choose piano. Hold down piano. Boom. Harpsichord is now under the piano category. So wherever you are on the keyboard, playing a different sound, you want to go back to harpsichord, boom, it's there. Want to go back to your violin? There it is. And you can do this for 5 voices, okay? Now, 5 voices, you're going to run out of steam because you might need to perform 10, 20, 30 songs. So what is the best way around this? The best way around this is in the scenes. If you really mean business and you wanted to create a series of settings per song, you want to use the scene capability. Let me show you how this works. Here in scene, if you click scene, you have got a list of scenes. And these are scenes that have been put in there for you, but you have empty scenes that you can save to. So as you can see here, I have some scenes like this one that says take 6 scene. That's a custom scene I created for me to jam take 6 type music. So if I hit enter, immediately so on and so forth. I don't need to scramble for sounds. I just go scene, boom, take 6. Another example is my jazz scene. I want to go to jazz scene. There I am, hit enter, and I have saved a style, voices that go with this. So let me demonstrate this for you by using one style. Let's go to one of my favorites here, and I'll just take it off scene because it's gonna keep making that crackling noise. So let's go away from that for a second. So how do you save your scene? First of all, choose your style. Let's see Sparkle Pop here. That's a nice one. I want something more hip. That's not bad. Tasty R&B. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. So I like tasty R&B. So I'm going to make sure it's set to tasty R&B. I'm going to make sure that the piano, let's see. So I don't want the elegant harpsichord. I am going to choose something else from this list. And let's go all the way down to electric piano and light time EP. Hit enter. Okay, I like that. Now let me move away from this to something else. So let's actually store this first. Let's hit enter. And now I have my light time EP. Let's check out what we have on the actual E-piano category. I have that organ. Let's change it to something else. Let's change it to Fantasia. Okay, so I'm going to hold down, and now this is saved, right? And then to strings, I'll leave that. I have jazz vibes. That's okay. And under other, let me go all the way to the end and save my favorite on the entire keyboard. It's the take 6 sound, the scat sound. So under scat, I have scat W. That's my favorite on the entire keyboard. And hit other. Now I have those saved. I have a style I like, and I have all of these. With all of that set, and let me actually go on down here and let me put some more reverb on there. Hit enter, exit, and now I'm going over to scene. I am going to hold down scene with everything I've got right now. Hold down the scene button. Now I am given the option of saving it under the next slot. And all I need to do to write this to number 75 is hit enter. Enter, enter, enter. And now I can save it as hip scene. Now the thing about saving it, it does take a little bit of time to go through the dial and save the names, but I highly encourage you to do that, because if you don't, you're going to be looking for your sounds. You won't know what is what, so make sure you label them. Label them the best way you can, would be my 2 cents. And just turn the wheel all the way to the left to get that blank. So I've called it hip scene. Now I'm going to hit execute. See that? F4, execute. Hit execute. Write scene. Are you sure? Okay. Hit F4 again. Hit OK. Hit enter. And it shows that it's executing and it's done. Now, if I go to my scenes, I can see hip scene. So let's go up to slap first. Slap, right? This is totally different. Let's hear what we got here. So I have something totally different, right? And coming over here, I can see the sounds that I saved up to an extent have retained their position, but anytime I go to scene and I reset it, the sound that I have as the first option is going to change. So right now I have electric bass and piano. See? That's the upper, that's the lower. But if I hit any of these, that is going to change to whatever is under that category at the time. So if I hit strings, boom, I just killed my setting. So I will not have the electric bass and the piano anymore. Even if I go back here, it's messed everything up. By the way, I had it split. So the scene remembers that I had a split mode going on. It remembers the style, it remembers the split mode. Let's actually check this out. So if we go back to the slap scene again and go under effects, well, it's now back to 30. But let's do this and go to where we had saved the hip scene, because under the hip scene, I quite remember changing the keyboard reverb. You hear that's there? That's there because I am under the scene where I save the reverb. So if you want to retain your reverb, your split or dual, your style for different songs, your best bet is to use scenes. And your scene will at least keep one of the voices, like the main voice. Let's go back. Let's go to heavy. And this seems to be some sort of rock. Or something really, really heavy. So the synth lead, that is what is my main instrument. See that? And the style as well. The style is Mystic Quake. See that? Now, if I was performing and I needed to move from this song, which I called heavy, if I needed to move, all I do is look for the song that I'm going to next. So I could end this song like this. Song ended, go to scene, go to my next song. Let's say my next song is take 6. Hit that and off to arranger, do my intro. And I can end the song. I'm done with my take 6 song, and I go to my hip song down here, hit enter, and immediately my reverb is going to be heard. Hear that? And so on and so forth. So with the power of scenes, you can go beyond just saving 5 measly voices, which they can't sustain you for more than 5 songs to have an original voice. But if you use scenes, you're going beyond just saving individual voices. You're saving entire settings. You're saving the arranger settings. You're saving the chord sequence as well. Let me show you something else that's very subtle here. The chord sequence, right? You can choose the specific sequence that you want for every style you select, and then you can save all that under scene. So while Go Keys 5 is a little bit limiting, actually it's quite limiting in many respects, but I don't begrudge it because it's $349 or $499, but you can save all these scenes. And I mean, we're talking about hundreds of scenes, and you can name these according to songs, and you can just jam to your heart's content. Okay? So for those of you who are looking to perform, you got so many options to save your song settings, styles, your sound, at least your main sound. You get what I'm saying? Your main sound. And since it has this capability, I'm not complaining because that's the way around it. Okay? If you have any questions, put them in the comments below and I'll get back as soon as I can. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye for now.